Sul, hello, and Labus. Before we really get into anything story-wise, first things first, I'm really sorry that my voice is so nasal. The colds that I've been fighting have just been so intense, and there's nothing I can do about it, but at least it's almost a normal voice again. Almost. Second, just as a heads up, I'm going to take a little bit easier for the next couple of weeks until we get past the plague, because between research and the schedule change and the colds and bugs, everything's just kind of been beating me up a little bit lately. So until we get through the big P, I'm only going to post Ultimate Decades Challenge videos once per week, so that it's just a little bit more manageable in terms of like life, research, and making sure that the story is as good as I want it to be. In the meantime, though, if there's anything that's less research intensive that you'd be interested in seeing in video form, just let me know, and I might be able to do some of those. And the war rolls will be at the end of the video, so you can see how everyone did in terms of getting called to go, because we're only going to see one sim who's missing from their home today. Today, we're starting actually with the side Payne households, because things are kind of kicking off in the background. First things first, it was finally Jefferson's death year of heart disease. He rolled to fail his adult age up 10 years ago. He rolled to get 10 years, I believe. And basically, I didn't plead for him. He'd already been pled before at his last birthday age up. And honestly, Jefferson the First has never really been my favorite, as many of you know. It all started when he insisted on wanting to flirt with Dovile's sister, including after she'd just passed away. He's just never been my kind of character, so I'm not too sad. But unfortunately, everybody in the house is, except for Dovile. I mean, Dovile's sad because she's a widow, but she's just happier about her independence and all of these other things that she's got going on. The other thing is that this is Jefferson's new wife, Sheila. I actually really like the way that she looks. She's actually a townie sim. So she was generated by the game through, I don't know, background sims and their neighborhood story progressions and stuff like that. But she is a couple of days older than Jefferson II. But I think she's kind of an interesting looking sim. I didn't want to use one of the sims that have been shared to the gallery with our hashtag because the Greystrokes aren't really a main focus. I could see maybe baby Itis getting to get more of a story. Sure thing, Dovile. You can be jokesters with your son. Yeah, I could see baby Itis becoming more of a story. I could see Heath as well maybe becoming more of a part of the story. I don't know where Heath is. He's out somewhere. But I don't really see Jefferson or James becoming a big part of the story. Although I guess we don't know, do we? Sheila is a sim who is neat. She's a perfectionist, and she actually has 2 extra traits. I don't really know how this happened. She's got animal affection, which it says is from choosing an animal aspiration. But it also says that she's career-minded from choosing an aspirational career. And I don't know that I've ever seen this before. But she has an aspiration I've never seen, which is athlete. Yeah, okay, Dovile. And so it says that the reward trait is being an overachiever. I don't know what this is. I think this must be some kind of hidden aspiration or something, because I've never seen that before. But I guess that's how the things go. Oh my gosh, Heath, you stink, dude. Everyone's, yeah, go do a workout. Oh my gosh, things are kicking off here. Heath, buddy, you've got to go take a bath. You're the stinkiest boy around. Sheila is going to go into labor today, so we're starting here because I'm just going to force the labor so that, you know, everything keeps going and we're not here for that long because, like I say, the Greystrokes aren't a major part of the story now that we're starting to cut sims out. I think she's pretty cute overall. I think she's pretty cute. I've just cheated her labor. That's why all of a sudden she looks so sad. She was like sitting there smiling, and then now she's like, I'm miserable. Oh, why do I always do that? I'm gonna move this just so that I can see more easily. It'll be right here in the middle of the room, if that's okay. Okay, Sheila, here we go. You can do it, Sheila. You can do it. Oh my gosh, can you imagine having a baby just in the middle of this house with these people that you barely know after you just married your husband the year before? I don't know, maybe they would have developed a relationship. Baby must be here. Oh, and it's a girl. Well, I'm going to go with the name Fairness. May not be saying that right. That was actually Sheila's mother's name. So I'm going to go ahead and go with that name. And oh, she loves her baby. She like immediately was like, oh, my whole heart. That's so cute. Oh, Sheila, you're a really good mom already. Okay, so for Sheila to survive, she could outroll the numbers 1 or 11. Dovila's had a baby before, so we can eliminate the number 2 that normally goes with a first-time pregnancy. So 6, she's totally fine. And the baby cannot roll the numbers 1, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, 17, or 20. The baby is fine. Wow, I can't say that I was expecting that, so that's exciting. Now, before we leave here, Jefferson II has 10 baby tries, so that's obviously quite a lot. I'm not sure if we'll actually use all of them. I'm not that inclined to, but I guess we have to wait and see what happens during the plague and after the plague before we know for sure. But yeah, poor Sheila, she's in for a bit of a rough time. 10 baby tries is a lot of baby tries, but so far so good, so maybe everything will be fine. On that note, though, I'm going to go ahead and leave the Greystrokes here and go check in on another household that we haven't seen for a while, which is the Hagens. So I'll see you when we get there. So here we are back with the Hagens. Their house is still in shambles. One day maybe it'll be fixed. It has been quite a long time since we've seen the Hagens. They've been just quietly growing in the background, patiently waiting for their turn to be old enough to get married and begin their outrageous number of baby tries. It's a total of 31 baby tries across all of Idas's children. However, not all of them are here right now. It was suggested in the comments that Ivor might want to leave because she's a bit more open-minded, she's interested in learning about the world, and so she might choose to go on the war campaign. The dice did not tell her to go on the war campaign, but Ivor herself chose to go. However, from the last war, there's a consequence that's taking place this year, which is that poor Rollo got a disease. The disease that he ended up getting was none other than tuberculosis. So we can see that he obviously is looking not that great. Rollo is now the second sim that we've had contract tuberculosis, and so because of that, I decided to use sort of the longer lurking version of the disease rather than have it happen immediately like it did with Darius as a change so that it would be kind of a different experience. So after rolling to see what year it would activate in, it turned out to be this year, ironically enough. He looks terrible now. He was so handsome before, but now he looks so sickly. As a reminder, there's only a 5 to 15% chance of tuberculosis developing when exposed if you have a healthy immune system. However, what tuberculosis can do is it can actually live in your body, biding its time, multiplying, and wait for your immune system to be compromised, at which point it can also pop up. What happens if you get exposed to tuberculosis is that the bacteria gets into your upper respiratory tract, but the cells there really want to get it out. The bacteria then moves into the pockets of your lungs, but your cells there try to eat the bacteria in an attempt to counteract it, which doesn't end up working. Eventually, what your body does is it surrounds the bacteria to try and stop it from spreading. However, the bacteria will multiply for 2 to 12 weeks. During that time, tissue in your body builds up around the bacteria ball, and during that amount of time that it's multiplying, that tissue might become necrotic, but this forces the tuberculosis to kind of stagnate. It doesn't receive anything else to continue growing or become stronger. It just kind of hangs out inside that tissue ball, waiting. This is what's known as the latent stage of tuberculosis, when the human isn't infectious, but the tuberculosis will wait for you to get older or to get sick, then it'll break free and infect you, and that's when the bacteria fills your lungs. Now, you could have tuberculosis with just a very mild infection for months and be coughing up bacteria for that entire time, which is what makes it so contagious. But without treatment, if you have a strong immune system, the mortality rate is 45%, while with a weakened immune system, it's almost 100% fatal. Oh, brother and sister. So of course, we're going to do a coin flip to see if Rollo's immune system is strong enough to overwhelm the tuberculosis, or if the tuberculosis will in fact overwhelm him. Heads he survives and tails he doesn't. First one never counts, so heads he survives. Wow, I actually really didn't see that coming. However, unfortunately, that is not the end of it, because we have to figure out if it's going to spread. So the family that he's living with now, so not including Ivor because she's already gone to the war before it activated, have to roll a d20 where the numbers 3 and 8 are deadly, because that's a 10% chance of getting it through secondary infection. So for Leif, he's fine. For Eric, he's fine. And for Signe, she's fine. Hey, wow, okay. So that actually wasn't so bad. Nobody actually, perished from this. Wow, that's crazy. I'm pretty happy about that. I actually thought that someone was going down. I actually really thought Rollo was going down, to be honest with you. But it seems like everything's going to be fine. So in the next 10 years or so, he will recover. Nobody else got it. I guess the Hagens are pretty strong. So cute. Where's Eric? Eric, what are you up to? Oh, you're going to the bathroom? So sorry. Poor Leif. He's never remarried. I can't imagine he ever would. He looks so happy though. Maybe he's finally gotten over it. I think Leif is going to live with one of his kids as he gets older. I don't think he would want to move away from them. I think that he's probably very close. Oops, sorry, buddy. Oh, he moved away from his sister? He's hot-headed. Okay. Well, that's about that for the Hagens. I think we'll go ahead and leave them here. Maybe some more work will get done on their home now because they are getting older, so the boys could probably help out. They're obviously not 16 yet, or else they would be up for marriage, but they could start helping out around the place. We'll head over to the main family just to check in with them. I think it's pretty late in the day, but we still have to check in with them, They're still the main family, so I'll see you when we get there. Okay, so here we are at the main Paynes. Just as the sun is going down. I will never get tired of seeing the light on the waterfall like that. Just will never get tired of it. At this point, Evelyn and her husband have gone home because the people who had taken over their home were mercenaries, and now that the next phase of the war has picked up, those mercenaries have been called back to war, so they basically have abandoned the house that they'd taken over. So Evelyn and her husband have been able to go home, which is probably for the best because Evelyn, as you know, recently found out she was pregnant, and she's terrified. And in Evelyn's perspective, I know a lot of people don't like Evelyn. Listen, Knox, you gotta chill out, pal. In terms of Evelyn's perspective, she is somewhat traumatized from that baby that she had. Knox, I swear I will Why are you jealous? Chat with your son. Edgar, get your father. Secret handshake him. Talk about your sibling and just tell him, bring up an embarrassing childhood moment, which might be right this second. That guy, so infuriating. He's just so difficult to like. I hate to say it, but it's true. Oh, I got the Evolve All mod. Wait a second. We have to see it. Whoa. It's a thing of great beauty. No, don't worry about the baby, please. Oh my gosh, Esmond, every time, Esmond, I'm tempted to just let you freeze to death if this is how you're gonna act. No, Esmond, so help me. Esmond, I cannot with you. You just... Ugh. I don't know, Esmond. I don't know what to do with you if you insist on trying to perish like that. Paolo, why don't you go and make spring crafts? But anyways, Evelyn is super terrified about possibly losing this baby that she's pregnant with. I think that she hasn't recovered emotionally from losing that last baby that she had with Knox. And so she was panicked, and she is panicked, and she's happy to be home, but she's also kind of anxious about it as well, so. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh. Cenric and Luella, yay! Mommy and baby. But yeah, tomorrow is going to be little Cenric's birthday. It's going to be Luella's birth, their next baby as well. But I think that we'll stay here to start with so that we can get the harvestables from the animals and wait for the nectar to age and stuff, because I feel like we haven't really been accomplishing that much lately. And so I just want to make sure that things are getting done. You know what I mean? So in terms of what's going on with Knox and Luella, as we know, Luella found out at the end of the last episode through observing the way that Knox and Evelyn were talking to each other and the subject that they were talking about, that they'd had an affair early on in his marriage to her. However, Luella isn't ready to talk about this yet. She's been keeping it to herself. She's been being quiet about things. I imagine that it's just a lot of stony stares and withering glances going Knox's way that he can't figure out because he isn't the most intuitive sim we've ever known. But there's a number of reasons for this. First things first, it's easy to forget, but they've actually been married at this point for 7 years now. And in all of that time, they've only had the 3 babies, one of whom they lost. And you think that Luella is actually pretty anxious about this pregnancy as well. It's taken them a lot of work to conceive, and she's probably very, very scared that something is going to happen to this baby, I would imagine. She is so anxious about possibly losing the baby that she feels the need to manage her emotions in order to, quote, stay healthy and following with the thinking of this time period. So in terms of how people understood keeping healthy at this time, it was thought that there were 6 non-naturals or agencies outside of the body that could impact your health, one of which was termed an accident of the soul. Basically, an accident of the soul in order to avoid it. The idea was that you needed to avoid stress, you needed to avoid anger, you needed to avoid anxiety, to avoid fear, and you needed to keep up with confession. And that would help you to avoid having an accident of the soul. If you felt like you were headed towards that kind of a situation, it was recommended that you might go for a walk outside, you might read, you might garden to try and calm the emotions down. And that way that could help keep you healthy when everything was kind of starting to get away from you. So I imagine that Luella is, in fact, quite angry. And I imagine she's actually closer to fuming. She's on edge. But obviously, rather than wanting to, I know that the baby needs food, but can you just finish this first if you don't mind? Thank you. Oh my gosh, he got sit up. Bubble bath. I imagine though that while Luella is obviously probably pretty anxious, she's probably upset, she is definitely fuming. I imagine that she's doing everything that she possibly can to try and keep these emotions in check so that it doesn't do anything to endanger the baby. And so she's going to confession a lot. She's trying to avoid her husband and talking to him if at all possible. And she's trying to just sort of like keep busy and stay out of a situation that would lead her to having any kind of issue with her pregnancy. That doesn't mean that nothing's ever gonna happen. It just means that Knox is in the clear until the baby is born, so we'll have to wait and see what happens after. Oh, something's ready to hatch. You, young sir, go hatch the eggs if you don't mind. Oh, you're still all the way over there? He has not accomplished much, has he? Oh, we have a hatchable. Yay. What? Put it in here. Hatch eggs and then... Yeah, I said hatch it. Oh, I guess there's probably not space right now. We actually have to leave soon because there's another house we have to go to. It's actually kind of a busy year overall, what with all of the stuff going on. Oh, buddy. He's headachy. Hatch the egg, please. And can we put this in there now? Yay! What are you up to? Oh my gosh, Esmond and Heidi. They're doing it on their own. They better not get pregnant. Imagine if they get pregnant from this. Sorry, I was covering my mouth. I do that a lot. I've been trying to stop it. It's a really bad habit. Imagine if Heidi and Esmond get pregnant with this one woohoo after it took Luella and Knox 10 woohoos to get pregnant the last time. Wouldn't that be so crazy? Oh my gosh, no. Don't put him in the water. Oh. Oh, or maybe do. Oh. I wish there was a better way to get a view of this. I wish you weren't right next to the water wheel. Baby. But your son is pretty tired, pal. I don't know why you brought him all the way out here. Can you please give him a nap? I know, buddy. I know. Can you please? No, do not put him down there. Don't check him. Oh no, I've made a mistake. Is it just Sofia's we have to go to? Yes, okay. We're gonna take care of some of the stuff really quickly because golly. Are you taking a nap or sleeping properly? Why don't you go to sleep properly, my friend? Good job giving your son a nap. See, he's getting some sunshine. That's nice. Oh gosh, there's too many here. You scavenge for parts. Heidi, you add those flowers. And then you're gonna do some laundry in the wash tub. Thank you so much. Esmond, you're giving your son a nap. You are thrilled with yourself because you think that you've done a good thing. You'd better not have gotten your wife pregnant, my friend. Oh, and that's what I was gonna do. After you've done that, sir, I want you to go and collect the finely aged ones, and we're just gonna sell them. How close are we to finishing your aspiration? We're not that far off. Can we do it before the end comes? I hope so. Oh, Knox. Listen, Knox. This is pretty cute. Oh, Cenric looks like he's having kind of a nightmare. His eyebrows look all furrowed. Poor baby. Oh, Cenric. Okie dokie. Did you do that, sir? Thank you, thank you. You, Esmond? Shouldn't have done only 4? Bummer. Oh, man. Well, 4 is better than 0. And I can tell that they're very expensive. I saw it. Sorry, I just covered my mouth again. Okie dokie. Oh, it's so frustrating. So... Oh my gosh, what is this? Wait, somebody said something in the comments about Vitality Nectar. Let me just look it up really quickly. Oh, so you can bring us some back to life with Vitality Nectar. Oh. Maybe we'll hold on to it for now. Let me know in the comments what you think we should do with Vitality Nectar. Should we sell it or should we keep it? I think I'm going to put it back down there so that nobody goes grabbing it, including myself by accident. But let me know what you think we should do. Oh my gosh, we could run a poll for somebody who dies during the plague. And that sim is the one who gets to drink the Vitality Nectar. Oh. And that way, if a sim that we love perishes, it'll be up to you guys. if we bring them back. Oh my gosh, I got distracted by Esmond because I know that this is the sickness animation, but it kind of looks like he's putting his head to his forehead and he's about to have to use a fainting couch. I know that's not what's happening, but it kind of looks like that to me. Okay, well, interesting. Oh, I almost forgot we have to do taxes. 1 second. Do we have any more junk we want to get rid of? Oh yeah, the sword. I forgot that we had that. Selling. Wait, didn't we have something else in our household inventory? Oh yeah, this bow. Selling. Whoa! Mostly because of those things I forgot that we had. We started with 7,433 simoleons, but we finished obviously with 26,010, which means that there was a profit of 18,577. But because we have 40% taxes, we actually owe 7,431. But that means that we're going to be left over with 18,579 simoleons. Dang, look at us go. Look at us go. But on that note, we do have to go to Lithuania to check in on Sofija. And so I will see you when we get there. Okay, so here we are at Sofija's new home. She is in her 3rd trimester of pregnancy, and I think she's going to go into labor at any second. It'll happen soon. But this is her new home and her new life. Okay, I want you guys inside. So this is Sofija's new husband. This individual's name is Olde Sources. And this has come up a few times before, but basically the situation is that, yeah, you can dislike malicious interactions. I'm kind of shocked that he did that. Is there a neighborhood action plan in place? It's come up a few times, but basically, Sofija is still somewhat off balance. Thanks to that witchy trade that Dana and Isabel made, she was basically more or less mind controlled to poison her husband and stepmother 5 years ago. It was 5 years ago now, which is so crazy. She has not recovered. She obviously doesn't remember doing it, but she does remember the strange way she came to and found them dead, and the sick feeling that she has when she thinks about it. So she knows that something is wrong. She knows, I think, that she was actually a part of it in some way or another. She just doesn't know how she was a part of it. I think she's gone to the restroom, so we'll let her go by herself, you know? We don't need to be there for everything. She can just feel deep in her bones that there's something that's not right, that in some way she was a part of what happened, but that it also wasn't her doing. And I cannot imagine what kind of psychological impact that would have to feel that way, but she is not doing okay. And, you know, it's so strange because Sofija is this character that in my eyes has always been this powerful, strong woman who's unshakable, who's willing to stand up for what she believes in, who will fight about it, you know, if she needs to. But this has really shaken her to her core. And I think that she's really struggling with a sense of, you know, who she is. Whoops, I forgot to paint the ceilings. That'll be done the next time we're here. Her husband, Otto, he's just kind of a nice guy. If you remember, Sofija, the Teutonic Order displaced a lot of local people around this area to make space to bring in farmers to work the land as serfs, or to be able to give away parcels of land to people that they wanted to, you know, maintain good relationships with. And this guy, Otto, is one of the people who picked up and moved here, but he never ended up in the Teutonic Order's lands. He ended up here instead after a few things went wrong on the way. He's just a fisher guy, basically. He's like, you know, nothing crazy. He's just a fisher guy who works as a fisher. He's a chill dude. Sofija, I know that you don't like cooking, but like your kids are hungry, dude. Now, Otto is a townie. He's just a random townie. He's outgoing. He's an insider. He's a perfectionist and gregarious. Wow, there's a lot of perfectionism going around. And he's a party animal. This is the way that he came. However, you will not believe this. I didn't believe it. I saw this literally right before starting to record. When I was going around, I was checking on traits. Listen, buddy. Sofija, are you just gonna let this kid get away with this? Sten is... Oh, he is mean. Sofija wants to be family-oriented? Yes, girlfriend, you can. Sten, your empathy is real bad, buddy. Buddy, go to the bathroom if you're just going to be running around bullying people. Gosh. Now, wait, where are you going? Please don't. Can you please clean this up for me? Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. I guess I'll wait until they're... Why is there this stuff on the ground? Guys, come on. Now, okay, what was I saying? Yes, so you will not believe what I found out right before starting to record this when I was going around to check on traits and things like that. Otto, okay, who do you think Otto's father might be? Oh, Sofija, do you mind terribly? Oh my gosh, Sofija, go to the bathroom. Yes, go. Jeez. Now, if we look at this guy, who do you think his father might be? You know? Who do you think his father might be? What pretty well-liked character might secretly be this guy's dad that we wouldn't be expecting? Because you won't believe it. I didn't believe it. It was Kennard. It's Kennard, our Kennard. Best husband ever, best father ever, Kennard. Oh, I didn't realize you had a ring. Whoopsies. 2 rings. Wow, he's fashionable. Yeah, apparently, Kennard is this guy's dad. I don't know how, I don't know when, I don't know how to explain it, but yep, that's his dad, Kennard, right there. We can see it. Also weird? Do you know what else is also weird? He doesn't have a mom. This guy doesn't have a mom. His dad is Kennard, but he doesn't have a mom. I don't know what to make of that. I really don't know what to make of that. That's the way it is sometimes in life. We just don't know what to make of things. So, I don't know. It's very, very strange. It's very strange. I don't know if Kennard, like, before he met Gree, well, obviously it would have been before he met Gree because he wouldn't have had a chance after he met Gree, but I don't know if he was, like, visiting what we know now as Germany and, like, I don't know, had a lover of the year or what went on, but... apparently this is Kennard's son. Kennard's randomly generated, you know, Sims 4 autonomy generated son. So very strange, very strange. It's a shock, but maybe he'll be as good of a father as Kennard was. We can hope. In terms of Lithuanian history at this point in time, in the summer of 1345, the Crusaders wanted to make another try at a campaign, and it was a popular one. It included the blind King John of Bohemia, several counts, several dukes, and more European nobility. Quote, Peter of Bourbon alone brought 300 French warriors. So they got another big force. It was a lot. It was a popular crusade. Everyone was excited about it. And originally it was going in favor of the Crusaders, who'd forced a bunch of Samogitians into a castle, which was almost won after a very brief siege. But then they got word that another area nearby was under attack by the Samogitians and, quote, would be lost to Christendom if the Crusaders didn't come immediately. So they picked up, they left, and they went to defend this other area. However, when they got there, it turned out that the raids that they had been told were such a big problem had been feints, and the real target was actually Livonia, which Algirdas and Kęstutis were trying to break free of the Livonian order. By this point, the Crusaders had no more supplies, their horses were tired, and they basically said, well, looks like we lost this one, had a farewell banquet, and went home. This was going to be King John of Bohemia's final crusade, but not the last that we'll hear from him, because he's going to make an appearance in the 100 Years' War in 1345 as well in the next episode. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry for the thunder. Oh, Sofija, she's finally having another baby. It's been so long. Go, Sofija, go. We believe in you. Sofija, you are your mother's daughter. We love you. We love you. You're fantastic. You can do this, Sofija. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You've got this. You've got... Oh, she's got the baby. And it's a girl baby. Oh. got with the name Geraldine. Apparently it's a medieval name of Germanic origin, and I thought, oh, it's a pretty name. Okay, so for Sofija to survive, she cannot roll the numbers 1 or 11, that's it, so 15, she's fine. And what about for baby Geraldine? She cannot roll the numbers 1, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, 17, or 20. Dang. Okay, Geraldine didn't make it. You know, it's so crazy because this is the first daughter Sofija's had. That thunder is very ominous. I can't help but notice it's after the thunder started that we had our first bad roll. Oh my goodness. Dude, chill. Now we've got to go back to the Paynes to see if Luella is finally ready to have her baby and age up Cenric to his toddler birthday. Ooh, actually that's false because what we've got to do is do the Lithuanian home risk rolls to see if anything's going to happen. Oh my god. I am literally having jump scares out here from this. It is awful. Okay, so for the Lithuanian home risks, because there are so many raids going on right now, they have to roll a d10, and the numbers 4, 8, and 10 mean that something happens. So for Sofija's home first, they're fine. What about for the Narva household? Oh no, the Narvas get it this time. And what about for Darius's home? They're fine. Just the Narvas? I'm pretty sure that this thunderstorm is the cause of all of this. Cenric, no! He's out here. Okay, let us, Luella, if you don't mind, let us get this cake out. Hey, the spot that we normally put the cake is taken. Excuse me, who put this toy here? No, the cake is spoiled. Say it ain't so. Dang, dude. Okay, let's make a cake, please. Knox, Heidi. Okay, Luella's in labor. Heidi's gone to get the baby. Knox is just standing here confused by life. Baby's cold? No, Cenric. Luella's in labor. Wait, what did I say before? Oh, we have free produce. Oh, poor baby. Can you please change his outfit to his cold weather gear? Oh, he's so cute. Stop. You've got to go to the bathroom. Knox, can you finish this? No, you're useless, of course. Can you put Cenric down here? Can you resume this? Yes, Esmond, we need you. If you eat this cake, we're gonna have a problem. No, buddy, you just gotta go mind your own business, pal. I know that you want to go see your brother, but we got stuff going on. I want to have her have the baby, but I'm so scared. First of all, that this thunderstorm is going on, and second of all, is he hungry? Oh, yes, he is terribly hungry. Oh my gosh. Okay, Luella, this is all you. The thunder seems to have stopped, even though the storm is here, so hopefully that's not a bad omen. Go, Luella, go. You've got this. You have got this, Luella. I believe in you. I believe in you. You can do this, and you're gonna pull through. Everything's gonna be fine. Mood. Am I right? Oh, it's a girl, Payne. Oh, I think this is the first girl baby they've had. Let's go with the name Ada. That's a really cute name. That's really adorable. Are you doing what I said? Did you... Okay, well then... Can you... Excuse me. Can you help your son blow out candles? Oh, baby. We love you. Are you giving him a nap right now? No, we have things to do, sir. Sir, work with me. Okay, Cenric, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Yay. Sing it, Heidi. So Cenric was calm, and now he is silly. Oh, he's a silly boy. Okay, so for Luella to survive, she cannot roll the numbers 1 or 11. That's it. So she's fine. And for the baby to survive, she cannot roll the numbers 1, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, 17, or 20. The baby didn't make it. Oh no, so they're gonna lose the baby. Now, I don't know about you, but I think that probably losing a baby is a pretty stressful situation. Oh, Paolo. I'm afraid you gotta get up, buddy, because we gotta edit you and see if you're gonna make it. Ah, he loves wake-up time? What a cutie. Okay. So for Cenric to survive his age up, he cannot roll the numbers 4, 8, 12, or 16. So 9. That's really close, but he made it. Congratulations, Cenric. Oh man, today took a long time to get to, but on that note, I'm gonna leave this part here, even though it's the start of the next day. In the background of this episode, not that much happened except for the war rolls, which you'll see soon if you want to. Adam's mistress Elena gave birth to a son who she named Everard, and the baby survived, mom survived, and this was going to be Adam's final baby that he would have. That was his last baby try. Joris has made a big decision about his life and what he wants to do with his life, and so that is taking effect. And the consequences of the raid from last year have finally come through for Ivor. So things are changing in Lithuania, as is the way. Anyways, I hope that you've enjoyed this part. Hopefully by the next one, my voice will be back to normal. And leave your feedback in the comments section below. See you in the second half of the year 1345. Bye-bye. So these are the war rolls for 1345. As we know, knights go 100% of the time. And in this case, I don't think any of them are going to choose not to go. Although I hate sending Kennard, since his sons are going, he would be going as well. All of them would choose to go. So I don't think that any of them would get out of it. None of them really have a reason to get out of it. And so they are going to be going, unfortunately. However, tradespeople have to roll a d10 where the numbers 3, 8, or 10 lead to them going to war. And in this case, the tradespeople are Beatrice, Graham, Aiken III, Alexander, Arthur, and Leif. So will Beatrice go? Oh my gosh, she is going back. No, Beatrice. What about Graham? Graham is not going. Aiken III? No. Alexander? No. Arthur? Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, no. Leif? Leif is not going, at least. Okay, well that's good. That's good. In addition, regular Sims and my amended rules have to also roll a d10 where the number 3 means that they go. So in terms of the Jacobsons, what about Edwards? No. What about Eleanor? No. What about Marisol? Will she choose it? No, she will not. What about Thomas de Beauchamp? He's like, heck no, I'm not going. Okay. Then there's the Paynes. So first up is Esmond. Is not going. What about Heidi? Also a no. What about Knox? That's a no. What about Luella? Well, Luella can't go, actually. She's pregnant. Never mind. What about for Harper? That's a no. And for Kate Smith, also a no. Wow. We've made it a lot of rolls without that 3. What about for the Brewers? Will Elizabeth Brewer get called to go for some? Oh my gosh, Elizabeth? Maybe it's because her son is going, and since she lost her husband, she doesn't want Arthur out there by himself. Oh, Elizabeth, you're such a good mom. What about for Marjorie? Nope. Gita? Gita is going. Oh, shoot. Maybe they feel like they need some money, though. Gita's like, I better go. What about for Annie? Is not going. And for Adeline? Adeline's not going, even if she rolls. No, she didn't roll to go, but she would have just paid a scootage. Oh, yeah, because I think that she's pregnant as well. Up next are the Greystrokes. So the first of the Greystrokes is Jefferson the First. He's not going. What about Deauville? Of course. What about Jefferson the Second? Not going. His wife is pregnant, so she wouldn't be going if he's not going. What about for James? Nope. And Heath. Also a no. None of the Greystrokes. Dang, they got lucky. They must have been hiding out for a while, just making sure that nobody saw them. And last but not least, the Hagens. So what about for Eric? He's not going. Ivor? She's not rolled to go. What about Rollo? He's not going. And Signy. Wow, also not going. Ivor is going to choose to go. She's going to elect to go. She's going to get 1,000 simoleons for doing so. But she kind of wants to get out there and see what the world's about. So, wow. So the only Sims that are going this time are the Knights, Beatrice and Arthur, who have already gone before, and Elizabeth and Gita Brewer. Wow, weird.